Hi, Vindy. Now I will show uh, the filtration tool and how it might look if we tried 10-inch filters. Um, I would say in general, for future projects, have a list from a local manufacturer that, um, or just a list of locally available filter sizes that you know about. Um, I did a list here in table 1.2 of common filter sizes, starting with 6-inch, going up to 64-inch, but I don't know what's commonly available in Indonesia. So maybe you can limit your list only to filters that are available, in Timor or available locally that you can procure. Um, so design flow rate 6.5. Let's see how many filters in parallel we would need if we're going to use a 10-inch filter. So with only two filters, the flux rate is much too high. So let's try 4. Still, the flux rate is very high. We need to get between 8 and 12. If we do 6 in parallel, still too high. Try 8 in parallel, still too high. 10, close. Okay, so yeah. So if we only have a filter diameter of 10 inches and we want to do filter a design flow rate of 6.5 meters cubed per hour, and we want to get the right flux rate, which is important for proper filtration, but also for preventing the clogging from becoming too intense for a good backwash, then we would need 12 10-inch filters in parallel in order to get the right flux rate. So I think that's not very practical for this project. I think it would take a lot of space and maybe also be a complex plumbing. The plumbing would be more complex, more difficult, more work. And I don't know if you have 12 filters available. I saw from your picture, I saw 3, but I don't know how many you have. Probably don't have up to 12. So the best option would be to find out what is available, what sizes are available locally, and use that to determine what diameter you should choose and how many you will need in parallel. Let's look at backwash. If we use parallel filters backwash, the backwash flux rate you would get, you can easily get enough flux rate for your filters if you use 12 10-inch filters. But again, we would have that challenge with having so many filters. So I think we're going to need pretty large filters for this project. Maybe we could go with 4. Let's see, what size would we need if we had 4 filters in parallel? I think that's really the highest number you would probably want to go, is 4. So what size would we need? 20 would be a good size. 16 would be a little small, but might be acceptable. 18 would be great size. So if you want 4 filters in parallel, I would use 16-inch, 18-inch, or 20-inch to do 4 filters in parallel. So I hope this helps. I think what I would recommend is find out what is available locally to you and find out what the cost would be. And let's see, I think we did reduce some of the costs by not doing the chlorinator assemblies, by just doing the chlorinator heads. We can look at whether we should use the diaphragm valve or not. It's kind of expensive, but it is really, really helpful on projects, but maybe we could, I would say it'd be more important to do a proper filtration design than to have a diaphragm valve on the chlorinators. So they're both important though. So my recommendation is let's take the ideal scenario and make the budget for it and see what the budget is, and then we can try to make some decisions from there about how we can reduce the budget. So I hope that helps. Let me know what you think.